We got good news on the home front, bad news on the government front, and well, nature's just trying her best, y'all. Currently, I got Mind Mirror in the background, and they're covering the MAGA voters freaking out over the housing market collapse and the government shutdown. Yes, y'all, in case you haven't noticed, the government has shut down. Go rob your local bank, set fires like crazy people. It's wild out there now. That was a joke. For the record, everybody, that was a joke. And clearly in the copper age, I can't keep my emotes up. But for the record, that was a joke. I mean, necessary jobs are still there. Just everybody of a high pay grade in the government, much like when COVID happened, everybody that gets paid a lot gets to take a vacation now. On our dime, of course, because why not? I mean, like I said, y'all, government shutdown's never good, but at the same time, with how poorly our government's being run, are we even really going to notice? Well, Travis, they'll take away the checks. The people on food stamps won't get food stamps. They've already cut $400 billion from food stamps and SNAP benefits in order to pay off the billionaires. So people are already not getting their SNAP. Well, all those retirees, yep, they've also cut down on the retirement benefits that have been offered. So, I mean, yeah, you shut down the government, but you were running it so poorly, it doesn't really matter, y'all, now does it? I mean, I would say one of the biggest problems they had was giving ICE the trillions of dollars. They gave ICE trillions, y'all. ICE gets paid more than any other branch of the government. Do we wonder why we're broke? I mean, you put all the money into the hands of the people policing people rather than into the hands of the people. Of course, the people policing us ain't spending none of that money. They're waiting for the coup to finish. See where it all lands at. See if they're going to be ICE officers or if they're going to turn on the administration. That's it. I don't know, y'all. Just be careful out there is all I'm saying right now till all the shit stops flying through the air. In other news, sad teardrop, y'all. It's my last payday from Martin. My vacation check came in, and y'all, honestly, I would like to once again thank the jackasses that fired me because, my God. See, I've always worked on a, like, 60 to 80 hour work week, so I've never seen what my paycheck on a vacation would look like, but it finally came in, and, y'all, I made like $400. That's supposed to be for that's $200 a week, more or less. Who the fuck can survive on $400? Now, granted, again, I'm making other plans currently. I'm not gonna survive on $400. I'm just saying, that's what my check would have looked like if I had only worked 40 hours every week as opposed to my 60 to 80. Wild, y'all. Just wild that they expect people to survive that, and rent right now is like $1,500 for a house. And that's renting, not owning, not rent-to-own. That's you're paying the dude to live in the house. Yeah, truly the downfall of America. I hope everyone is surviving well. Also, if you have a job, no matter how shitty it is, of course in this market I have to advise that you hold on to it where you can. But also, much like the CIA says, do the minimum. Unless you're getting paid a fair wage, do the minimum. But yeah, I'm not going to make the whole stream about that. It's just my phone binged, let me know the account that I had linked to that job was like, hey, money. I was like, oh, cool, vacation pay came in. And I was looking at it going, oh, damn. My last paycheck came in a couple weeks back, and it was better than this. Oh, well, at least it was free money, right? Can't bitch about free money. It was earned through years of service to a company that never gave a shit about me. Or anyone else, for the record, that works there. They care about one thing, what all corporations care about. The bottom line.
Okay, this is actually hilarious and heartbreaking at the same time. We can't afford houses, but we convinced the world that Marilyn Manson removed his ribs. That's millennial dark humor right there. Our lives are falling apart, but at least we mastered viral misinformation before social media was even a thing. But underneath the joke is a real point. This
Look, I don't think the gig economy is a good thing, friends. Hate to tell you that, I don't think it's a good thing that the millennials built the gig economy. Not a good thing. Not a good thing. That's like saying we built the housing boom.
Because houses were priced like necessities, not investment vehicles. This generation is working harder than ever, but they're competing against algorithms and hedge funds for basic shelter.
Plus AI, plus computers.
Marilyn Manson thing. But don't let anyone tell you it's because young people don't work hard enough. Like, look at this house. Not too bad, right? $274,000?
Hello, how you doing? Hollernade Doggle. I hope you're doing well today. We're just doing the copper age digging. I meant to go gather some copper, but I thought to make the main chamber a little bit larger. Getting a little claustrophobic down here. That's good. Let's go see if we can find some copper, because we should get some golems made. Golems. We also need to get some pumpkins, but I think I know where some might be in the nature. Counteroffer. Find a way to break the mold. I don't have a good solution for the rent problem, y'all. If you can afford, only charge people the amount of rent required to pay the taxes. That's what I would have always done if I had kept property. And again, you'll have to up rent as the mortgage, whatever goes up. But, like I said, make it fair again, is all I'm saying. And then when the market can shift, you can pay a little, or you can ask them for a little bit more, but make it an ask, not a demand. Because somewhere along the line, and I want to say it was in the mid-80s and 90s, we lost the script and we started to think it was okay to just rent property and make that your entire living. And again, when you get older, like much older, yeah, let grandma run the place, the rental properties. But people are like, everyone's a slumlord because nobody's running it like, you know, I want to build a home for people. They're running it like, I want saps that'll buy my space. As I said, I don't have good solutions, y'all, but my first stop would be to treat people like people, not clients. Because, I mean, that being said, right now, I know people that work here in the neighborhood that I'll help them out where I can. Hey, I got some extra tools. I got some extra supplies that you might be able to use in other people's houses. Here, take them. But that's also because our landlord only charges what's absolutely necessary. Hello, SSDMC? DKMC? I have a line going down my screen, so certain ones get cut apart name-wise. Sorry about that. Still working on the screen thing. But welcome, welcome. You're among friends. Hope you're doing well today.
And still got priced out of her own market. That's the housing crisis in a nutshell. Even when you win, you lose.
But it's sort of like how, like, the need for greed ruins everything. I mean, look at trucks. Back when I was a kid, when I was the age of some of the folks that might be watching this, a truck was the easiest vehicle to get a hold of. You could get one for like $300 that ran like a scalded dog and might not have a sound system in it, but it'd get you where you're going. Nowadays, you can't even buy a clunker for $500. Oh, check it out. Oh, one second, let me get to better lighting. Copper armor does pretty well, not as good as iron as you would expect, but way better than leather. And it looks real nice. I still got to make a golem, but for that I need a pumpkin. And the tools seem to be going on like gold standard, because they do really, really well compared to, like, stone, but it doesn't feel like they last as long. Give me a few minutes to hopefully find some more copper, and I'll make a set and let y'all see. I think we had a few more deposits left down in the deeper mine. Yeah, we had some left down here. We just gotta get it. Crap. Give me a second. Okay. Tiny houses, which is another good idea if you have the space, but tiny houses were meant to be a niche fun thing, not, they weren't meant to be, hey everyone, get you a tiny house, or else. They were meant to be like a fun option for single house people that didn't mind small spaces for big yards. And now it seems like everybody's trying to find a way to live in a tiny house, and sorry to say y'all, not for everybody. Ooh, we're going to need to put some flooring in here. Yeah, I had set my mood yesterday to the instant pre-prepared meals to clean out our stock of them. And don't get me wrong, love them. Love the Hormel, it's pretty good. I've been enjoying the shit out some ramen with extra flavors. But then, 1 minute, is there a difference between a stone sword and a copper sword? Because I saw that they both do 5+ damage. Again, I feel like it's the same difference between gold, because your copper isn't going to last as long as your stone, but I feel like it might do more damage. Well, let's see, I've got both. Let's see if we can go find something to safely kill. Like I said, I don't mind testing this for y'all, it's just I don't want to go too extreme because this is my hardcore level and I've been working real hard on her. I don't want to die. Well, let's see if I can find a zombie or something to pick off from the pack. Oh, sun's up. We might be able to find something safely. Aw, thank you whoever just decided to follow if you're in the audience. Okay, this doesn't lead to anything yet. We will make it lead to something later, but let's see if we can find something to fight. And just because we might take a different door in. Ah, cow. Something I can kill. Alright, we'll use the copper to start with. 1, 2. Give me a second, I'm not going to let its death be in vain. Taking that meat. Alright, 2 hits on a cow with the copper sword. Let's see if we can find another. We got a pig. They're about the same hitbox, right? Let's switch over to stone, see how she does. 1, 2. So it's feeling about the same on the damage output. I think it'd have to be a stress test issue. Ooh, pumpkins! Hell yeah! Well, y'all have a good meal, and thank you again for coming out, Dougal. I'm about to get some pumpkins. Let's get some copper golems going, eh? Alright, let's take the copper sword to breaking if we can. Because it's still just 2 hits with the sword. Aw, thank you. I'll try to keep it interesting and give this stuff a decent little stress test. Let's see. We've got plenty of stone. We'll sacrifice a bit to get some meat and cotton. wool. Either way. Alright. I don't kill babies if I can help it, other than baby zombies. Okay, well, we ain't got nothing else to kill it, doesn't look like immediately, so let's get these pumpkins back and try to get us our own little army of copper golems, shall we? Ooh, I'm looking forward to the copper golem, y'all, because in case you haven't been able to notice from the state of my chests, I suck at organizing, and I've heard these little dudes organize for you. So I'm eager to give them a try and see how they do. Also, we gathered a good bit of meat, so hell yeah. Oh, that's another modification they did that I think's pretty nice. Copper bars. You don't have to just go with these things no more, which are still pretty cool. I'd still dig the grades. Alright, let's see what we got. Let's see what we need. To make a copper golem, if I'm correct, it will take a block of copper, the shears to carve, and that's it. Just one block of copper, one pumpkin. We do not have enough to make that yet. So, oh, no, that's not good. Let's close that back up. We should have enough to make a copper block. Let's see about making a single copper golem for now. By the way, full set of armor, pretty cool. Oh, and we can go ahead and make a pick after this. That way I can show y'all how to pick too. But first, let's do this golem. I've been looking forward to this since I heard about it. Well, do you think he'll wander to find the chest, or do you think that I should go ahead and put him, like, in the chest room?
Once the house goes up, your taxes double, and now your monthly payment is hundreds more than you planned for. It's like buying a car where they don't tell you the real price until after you drive it off the lot.
I'll give that a shot in a moment.
Everyone in the industry knows first-time buyers are getting hustled.
Let's take him down to the main chamber and build him there, since I plan on turning this side more into storage. Alright, if the guide that I saw was correct, all we should have to do now is... Fuck. Oh, it worked! It worked? Question mark? Alright, let's see what your advice was. Take your blocks of raw copper, then craft into 9 raw copper, then smelt. Alright.
There's mold, there's foundation problems, there's roof problems. There's just so many things wrong with them. On top of everything else, you were under the assumption...
I mean, still cool.
The taxes that's combined into your total payment that you're going to pay that set of...
We're gonna keep at it. We'll figure this out.
Most of the time, the taxes are assessed before the home is even built on that little...
While we wait, let's go gather a little bit more copper.
And that's really messing people up, because these homes are already overpriced. The popsicle sticks are already overpriced. They're already not worth what they're being sold for, but people want a home. This is America. There's so much land, and the homes aren't even built well.
If you have a school-age child under 18 living in your home, okay, you are now required to work full-time, 40 hours a week while they're in school, okay? Number one, they're requiring you to get a job. Number two, if you have been on some team for the 2 years, he is giving you 30 days to get the fuck out. It doesn't matter how many kids you have,
Oh boy, I hope that's not accurate.
40 hours a week if you have a child in school.
If y'all can hear that, that's some bad news I'm not covering until I get, like, more than a TikTok reel on. What is this government we find ourselves in, friends? What is this government?
Whoa. So now we're attacking people on Section 8 for needing housing.
I mean, I don't know why I'd be surprised by that news. What I will report on is what I heard via watching it myself. Pete Hegseth calling the entire U.S. military together to say, "You're all fat. You're all too fat and disgusting. Be less fat." It's like, sir, even the fattest among them is a better man than you. What the hell are you on about? It's just, what is this government we have now? What is this government?
Stop letting investment firms buy single-family homes. Tax vacant properties. Create real public housing options.
Alright, we've got 34 blocks of raw. Let's see if we can go make out of this. I might end up Googling this right quick and watching someone else's video, because dang it, y'all, I want to give y'all an iron or a copper golem by the time this is done. Let's try carving the pumpkin this time before we put it on the golem. Also, while we're at it, let's go ahead and get y'all some copper some copper picks to see. Every time. Alright. Well, we got one, and we got some space to clear out up here, so let's clear out some space and see what it looks like, shall we? 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, 13. Thank you, new followers. I would have called your name out, but all it said was new followers. You have a really cool I lost count. Shit. You have a really cool Spider-Man idea. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 total. And you had a really cool Spider-Man avatar. 20, 21, 22.
I'm here to tell you it's not worth it. It's barely worth the 360. What is happening? The housing market is absolutely insane.
Give me just a second. We got us a new friends request, and as I try to take on all friends, give me just a second, y'all. Also, I will say, while 1 minute, where is it at? Here under here. There we go. I'll take on any friends, y'all. Like I said, I'm happy to have friends. That being said, I'm a terrible friend, so I might not message you as much, but I will do my best. Take me back to the game, and we're back. Sorry about that minute delay. We will recount once I can guarantee the count on this copper pick. We've got enough to make another. But like I said, if you notice, it's going much faster than the stone. Like, much faster. For the record, here's the stone by comparison. Or maybe it's just my head. Maybe they're going at the same pace, but it feels like this is going faster and more efficient. I mean, another reason that our economy is being hit so hard at the moment is since World War II, really, we haven't really had an industrial-based economy. We've had a tourist-based economy. Most of America's economy is based on trading and getting folks to come here to check it out. And due to, you know, the current administration being as terrible as they are, nobody's coming to visit anymore. 1, because they don't know if it's safe to come visit. 2, because, you know, they don't know if they'll be able to return home if they come visit. America has literal, how do you say that? Camps for concentration? we have actual concentration camps here again. We're making fascism come back, and I freaking hate it. But on the bright side, they haven't made, like, delinquenting your mortgage, or we don't have a debtor's prison yet. Give those rich people time, and they'll find a way to make it illegal to mooch on your debts. Which, again, for the record, y'all, man to man here, friend to friend here, I don't like delinquent on your debts if you can help it. That being said, times is hard. Don't pay a debt to, you know. Well, have a good day, SSLXMC. Have a wonderful day, and if you check the video later, we should be able to make that. I thank you for the guide on making the golem. We will give it a shot. But yeah, y'all, just, when I say work together, I mean like we are together in the best way we can. Help out anywhere you can, where you can. Sometimes helping out just means listening to a friend in need and not shirking away from it. Understand that emotions are not weakness. I'm going to have to make a bridge to that. Emotions are not weakness. They're just your body's way of dealing with stuff, and we all deal with stuff. Also, most people that would tell you emotions are weakness fully believe that anger is an acceptable emotion. Whereas I'll tell you, anger is an emotion. Don't neglect it or it will come back to bite you. But at the same time, anger shouldn't be your only emotional setting. Dudes, have yourself a good cry every now and again. If you can't seem to make the water come, I might suggest Hitachi, A Dog's Tale. It's a slightly older one from the mid-2000s, but it covers a dog that was so popular in Japan he now has a statue. Notice that, by the way, y'all. Mostly copper pick, cut out to here. Now we're switching back to the stone. We were swapping in between to see how far we can go with it. Also, you know, clearing out this space so it gives us a little more fun space. And it will make, hopefully, the underground base look just that much cooler. As always, remember when you're creeping around in these areas to stay squatted down so you don't accidentally overstep that edge. Now, ain't that a prettier picture? I feel like that's a prettier picture, personally. Oh, that's an easy solution. Stop allowing big corporations to purchase single homes, period. I would say stop allowing corporations to purchase homes at all, but at the very least, single homes. I mean, maybe allow them to purchase neighborhoods as long as it's, you know, specific ritzy neighborhoods, but single homes are just insane to me. I'm sorry, Muchatab, I'm saying that name terribly wrong. I'm sorry, I don't typically leave stream until time to be done. Sorry, y'all, it's just messaging back and forth. Since y'all can't see it, kind of kills the stream, so nothing personal, friend. I might join your party later if I got time to play, but I really want the first person I play with on here to be my sister, and I'm waiting for her to find the time. I don't judge her, y'all. She's running a fully functioning haunted attraction, as well as raising 2 kids that are hers, 4 kids or more that aren't hers, that just live in the house with her with her roommates and whatnot. And for the record, I'm not saying she's the only one. The parents of the children also help. But yeah, I kind of want her to be the first person, or one of my nephews. As I said, I don't want to be rude, y'all. I hope I'm not coming off as rude. I do appreciate anyone that comes in. Oh, shit, no, don't waste my coal. Throw the leaves in. Coal's great for torches. Okay, we've got more than enough copper. Let's give this another couple shots, shall we? We can make 2. Let's make 2. And then we will make we will make another pick, dang you. Dag nabbit. By cracky. And we will be putting all these trees on the bedrock floor once we get low enough. We gotta take it low, low. I see a spider, and I promise I'll quit with that. Sometimes the power of the ADHD, folks, it just controls me. Also, I wonder if they're gonna make copper shields a thing. Oh. Hi, spider friend. Are you friend? Okay, cool. I like having spider friends. I'm just gonna go ahead and close that up. Alrighty, let's throw up another. And this time, we will carve the pumpkin before we put it on the box. Let's see if that makes a difference. I don't think it matters what you use on pumpkins, I just try to be cautious. Alright. Maybe it's supposed to be 2 blocks of copper. Maybe that's what I'm doing wrong. But I distinctly remember it saying they're not like the iron golems. You don't need the full set. So let's try 2 and then do it.
I would have to make per month and per year. Would it ever feel comfortable enough to commit to paying that much
well,
money a month for the next 30
that's certainly a thing.
making like $500,000 to be okay with that. Maybe a quarter million. Or I guess I could just rent for the rest of my life. That still sucks, but at least it's only going to be like $2,000 in 30 years, which is still outrageous.
Okay, let's do this. Because it'll just be more practical than hanging on to the seeds. Since the sun's up, let's go. Oh shit! Ya bastard. Ya bastard. Ya nasty bastard, creeper, we all know it. We will get all of that rebuilt in sweet time. Ideally, before the monsters come pouring in, that'd be great. God damn, this build set. Alright, we're just gonna cap it off for now and get these freaking seeds planted before they piss me off. Okay, pumpkins, they're gonna pop random, so gotta separate them enough that they're not gonna land up on top of each other. Now, let's go fix that door, shall we? Did it just destroy the door?
From 2007 to 2021, we built way below historical average. Then COVID hit, interest rates dropped, and everything had to buy at once. It's like having a restaurant that seats 100 people but only cooking for 50. And suddenly 200 people show up at the same time. The Great Recession scared builders out of the market. Many went bankrupt. Skilled workers found other jobs, and nobody wanted to take risks on new construction. The population kept growing. Millennials kept aging into home buying years. Immigration continued.
Much as I hate it, let's throw some wooden doors up just to secure it. And we'll work on making copper in a moment.
Then we dumped gasoline on cheap money and demand. The result was predictable. Prices went insane. And now we're in this weird spot where builders want to catch up, but materials are expensive, labor is scarce, and local governments still make it hard to get permits. Meanwhile, families who need homes can't wait for the market to figure itself out.
Oh my god! I love going to work and working full time and still not being able to afford a house. I love that so much. Thank you, world.
So that suggests that this short-term financial stress is
Okay.
possibly beginning to affect the
Let's straight up Google this shit, y'all. Give me just a second, because I don't want to waste any more copper. So,
5.2% in May from May of last year, with the most serious delinquencies, those more than 90 days past due, up 14%. Again,
I'm
delinquencies
throw
and
my
foreclosures
uploaded a
are
new
still
one.
at very low levels. But as
And
more
my job's
consumers
still
face
trying to
financial
invite
challenges,
me. I
and as it gets
appreciate
harder
it,
to sell a
but
home, which it is now, these numbers could get worse. Becky?
And then you're paying like credit card prices for these shitty little popsicle stick homes, which is insane. So then you're like, you know what? I'll buy an older home, which they're built better anyway. So let me just get an older home. But these boomers do not want to give them up. They literally want to hold on to them, even though the kids are moved out. There's no one there. They still want to hold on to them to their last breath.
I'm gonna fucking scream. Okay, well that's a gag reel.
If you want a slave that will organize the items that you place into a copper chest by carrying them into either an empty wooden chest or one that already contains the items you want sorted, you'll need a copper golem that can be brought to life by placing down a block of copper, then a cup pumpkin. If you want a slave
that doesn't work though.
Do you know how to make a copper golem in Minecraft?
No, that's why I looked you up.
Go to the nearest cave and mine some copper and iron. To make the copper golem, you need 9 copper ingots for the copper block and 2 iron ingots for a pair of shears. Once you have all of that, exit the cave.
I swear to fuck you, say Jack.
When you find one, hold your shears right with your pumpkin and take it back home.
Honestly, I appreciate these creators.
The carved pumpkin, subscribe, and now you no longer need to worry about emptying.
I would like to start by saying thank you, creators who have done that, and it worked. But all they keep giving me are these stupid chests. Where's my golem? I want my servants. I love them. Kidding, y'all. But it is kind of frustrating, so we'll see what happens, you know? I'm going to put a kibosh and just keep collecting copper and building with it a bit. But as soon as we can get some golems, well, boy howdy, we're going to have some stuff for them to sort, ain't we, friends? Alright. Also, I'll continue making tools, of course. But before we do that, I want me my copper doors back, Bruce. FYI, I'm one of those insufferable people that really likes the new Harley Quinn show. Mr. J, the mayor, is the only canon Joker I'll accept now. Incels be damned. Look, y'all, also I've been on Facebook a little bit more now. Grandpa needs to stay the fuck off of Facebook, clearly. Because, y'all, it's all just AI and thirst traps now. What happened? I mean, Eminem has been so busy, y'all. He went to Ozzy Osbourne's funeral, which clearly happened recently and not last month when the legend died. You know, his daughter died and then mysteriously came back from the dead. And every time 50 Cent and fucking Snoop Dogg have been involved for, y'all, it's all AI and it's all terrible for you. What the fuck is going on with Facebook? Like, when I left, it was because, wow, the misinformation's getting, like, diabolical levels of bad on here. Nah, I think I'm gonna take a break. And then I come back years later at this point, and it's, oh. So at this point, people are just lying. Just funsies, you know. Just for no reason. Because, y'all, what good does that do anybody? I mean, if it were real, I would be saying, what good does that do anybody? Let the man grieve, or let the man whatever in peace. But especially knowing that it's bullshit, what good does that do anybody? Who is this for? Now for that, I'll tell you there is a solution. Don't share it. If you're a human being with a pulse and a meat brain in your head, and you see this AI slop bullshit, I don't care if you think it's funny. Y'all, let me be absolutely crystal on that. I'm not judging you if you think the AI babies are funny. Maybe they are. I don't personally think so, but I don't judge. I'm just saying, ha 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 ha, don't share it. Hold that shit. Find the person you care about in your life that you want to share that weird AI baby image with, and instead of sharing it, which makes the algorithm think that it's cool to do that, hold on to it, and when you see them, be like, hey dude, check out this weird shit I found. It's totally AI. And show it to them that way. Because in the world we currently live in, as bad as it truly is to say and admit, we got, y'all, we can't, how do I put it without sounding insane? you got to be careful how you share, because the algorithm judges from that more than what you actually say. It's why I'll tell you at the 40-minute mark, if you've enjoyed the channel so far and you think that I'm cool, give me my golem, damn you. If you think I'm cool, I don't know why, but thank you very much. That helps my emotions. Please share the channel so that we can get more eyes to more people who might enjoy the channel. And if you don't enjoy the channel, well, that's cool too, friend. Not for everybody. I hope you're having a good time. My only problems, or my only hang-ups, are like fascists, and I fucking hate them. I hate them so much, y'all, it would make you uncomfortable to find out how much I hate fascists. But, I mean, you're not a fascist, right, friend? So as long as you're not a fascist, welcome, welcome, enjoy the show, enjoy the ride. We're here to bring you joys and smiles and yucks. If you are a fascist, fucking die, cunt. I don't like you and no one else ever should. Sorry, y'all, like I said, hate fascists to an uncomfortable level. Cost me my job, actually. But I mean, if the job likes fascists, fuck that job, am I right? If you're anti-fascist, friend, well, that just means you're one of those scum fascists. I promise I'll stop. I try not to get started because, you know, much like an addict, once I get started, I just can't stop. But yeah, y'all, fascists are bad, okay, friends? We can all just dance to that beat. Dead fascists and skin on drums is nice. Outside of that little bit of craziness, I'm here to try to make the world a slightly brighter place, y'all. We're all important, we're all special. If you choose to believe, we are all God's children. If you choose not to believe, like your humble narrator here, well then, we're all important, and every single one of us serves a purpose, that of which is yet to be determined. Find your light, find your passion, and find what makes you want to do things, friends, and then unapologetically do it. Because remember, it's always, as the current administration has pointed out, it's always easier to ask for forgiveness than permission. For the record, no means no, and if she says no, friends, take that as a fucking decree. Do not push. Believe me, y'all, we say that, oh, ladies like being pursued. Okay, well, here's the question. Would you like it? Well, yeah, I'd love to have women pursue me like that. Yeah, but, Bud, I'm not saying the women you like. I'm not saying, oh God, who's popular now? I'm not saying Sydney Sweeney's pursuing you. I'm saying Honey Boo Boo is coming after you. Are you still into the stalker thing? Well, not if she looks like a fish or a potato. Okay, well, in that case, you understand how the ladies feel, my potato-headed friend. It's no should mean no, y'all. Man, woman, animal, individual, collective, robot. No means no. No means no. No doesn't mean convince me. No doesn't mean take some extra time. No. No means no. And if they don't want a relationship and you want a relationship, well then maybe it's time to move on and not be friends. If you want a friendship and not just a relationship, well then friend no should be fine with you, because eventually they'll come back around if it's meant to be. See, this is why I need the camera. This is our little rescue kitty, Oblivion. She's an adorable little black cat who's silent as a ninja, but she jumps and claws and still doesn't know how to land without using all 8 claws. I love her, even if she is a little stabby bitch. I still love my stabby bitch. Okay, now the question is that the roof I'm stop it. Is that the roof I'm building on, or is this... I think this is my staircase. Let us throw some steps. Oh, that's the other thing that I think we should do away with. Stop it. Baby girl. I personally think that we should do away with this interest nonsense. Now, for the record, if you lend money and you agree to pay like so much, so be it. If I borrow $200, but I'm expected to pay back $250 because of interest, so be it. That's cool. But the never-ending interest that a lot of these companies are allowed to acquire on you is BS. Because instead of I borrow 200 and I pay back 250, now it's I borrow 200 and if I pay it back in 3 months, I pay back 250. If I pay it back in 4 months, I pay 300. 5 months, 600. They're allowed to just increase exponentially at the end. Please stop kneading my leg, honey. They're allowed to just increase exponentially as it goes, and that's part of what the problem with our country is right now. That's why nobody can afford anything, because it's not fair. I mean, simply put, well, whoever told you life was supposed to be fair? I mean, yeah, maybe not fair as in everyone gets it, but isn't that the whole human experience is correcting that mistake? Because, yeah, life should be fair. It's just nature makes it unfair, so we should make it fair. Balance it back out. Because if you look at it, nature's in perfect balance, friends. Yes, there's like the alpha predators, whatever. The bears of North America, the lions of the Serengeti, or the hyenas if you're really keeping track of like the numbers. There's alpha predators, but it's always kept in balance because for every predator, or every like keystone species like the elephant, there's something that either predates on it young, or predates on it as a food source. Or that thing is so big, like the whales in the ocean, that when they die, they feed entire ecosystems. Back in the day, when the rich folks would die, or start to get near death, they would feed the entire ecosystem because they would build museums, they would build libraries, they would build concert halls, or something. Because, you know, if we don't give the people something, they'll rebel and eat us. Well, now people worship the rich, so instead of giving people something, they do something. Usually for themselves. Bezos just got married and rented out an entire island. Was that for anybody? Did that do anything at all? It was just a rich asshole flexing. So we need to, you know, stop letting rich assholes just flex. We should have not only lambasted him, but everyone should have collectively, like, hey, fuck Amazon. Nobody uses Prime for the next month or two. Everybody just borrows DVDs from each other, or books. Instead, honey, please stop calling Mom. Instead of us all, you know, going to use Uber or whatever food service, you go to your neighbor's kid who's got a vehicle and wants to do something but can't apply for Uber. And you get him to go do it, or her to go do it if they're up to it and wanting to. I'm saying bring businesses back and not making them business. Make them just neighbors taking care of each other. Like I said, I'm not a person once I get on, well, I am a person, but I'm not like a city council person. Once they either replace this bridge, or I get the bike and get the guarantee that I'm allowed to cross the bridge on the bicycle, I'll start going to city council meetings. Then I'll get, you know, better intel on, okay, y'all, real talk, here's how to fix it. For now, I'm just going out of outdated books that I have and talking to folks at the library. And here in YouTube, honey, if you claw there, we're going to have a problem. Get the fuck over on that leg and stop, please. Like I said, Oblivion is very upset when she is not the center of my attention. And right now, I am not using both my hands to pet her, so I am clearly the asshole, y'all. She's a good cat. She's just still young and still... Why don't you go play with your siblings? Oh yeah, that's the other side of it that people aren't realizing, and I'm trying to be understanding about when kids want to go off on my old ass. Yeah, we had it easier, y'all. Sorry to say, if you're a millennial, we had it easier than these kids do. If you're a boomer, you had it way easier than any of these kids do. And it's okay. I mean, it's not great, don't be a dick about it. But acknowledge that, yeah, we had an easier time of it. Whether we put it to use and, like, weaponized it to ourselves, that's to be seen. I didn't. I've lived my entire life as, how can I help the people around me? Well, once I, you know, gave up Christianity. I've been living my life under, let's help out everyone around me as much as I can. When I was a Christian, I was a dick and thought, oh, God will take care of me. Don't hear what I didn't say on that end. I'm not saying if you're a Christian, you're a dick. I'm saying when I was a Christian, it made me a worse person, not a better person. Giving up that shit made me a far better person than I can even, like, put into words here. But it's because, if I give you a house with a carpet and tile and all that and tell you, hey, by the way, I'm going to be moving you into a better house next week, are you going to care about the headboards? Are you going to care about dusting and keeping the place up? Of course not. You're moving into a better house next week. So it's like, that's why I feel the biggest problem with Christianity is they're so obsessed with the end and their best friend coming back, they miss what we've got here. It's why I give far more flowers, so to speak, to traditional Native American religions with, like, you know, because we've got to take care of the environment around us. We are stewards of the land. It's a responsibility, not a gift. And I respect that. It's like Sikhism. If I was going to go back into religion, I'd probably either try to figure out a way to join the tribal stuff, or, in relation to my very far strong ancestors, or I would try to go for, like, you know, Sikhism. I have trouble recognizing a deity, but as far as, like, you know, we all eat from the same bowl, everyone deserves to eat, take care of each other, if you are strong, it is your duty to protect the weak. All that, hell yeah, that's a tune we can dance to, friends. But the no caffeine, no mental altering substances whatsoever, and you have to recognize a higher being. All three of these, I'm like, but I'm working on it, but I love me some caffeine. It's my last addiction. And I'm getting better, y'all. I'm down to just 1 or 2 monsters every other day, or I had 1 monster yesterday, and it was the first monster I've had in 4 days. And then I had another monster this morning, and I really want another one, but I'm going to wait and maybe get a cup of coffee later. Right now, I'm going to enjoy this carbonated beverage. It's a Dr. Pepper. But still, there's caffeine in, like, everything. But I'm getting off of the extreme amounts I was on and slowly weaning myself down, partially due to budgeting concerns, partially due to, you know, y'all, part of being a man. Try to be the better you every day. I'm in no competition with you, dear viewer, nor with anyone else but myself. And I feel that that's a good way to live, you know? Don't be in competition with other people. The only person you're competing with is the you from yesterday. Same as, the only person I need to bring pride to is my partner and my loved one, and myself, I suppose. If I don't have a partner and loved ones, well then, the only person I need to be proud of is myself. And if I do something silly and stupid that other people laugh at, well, that might be the point, y'all. Bring a little joy into the world. These fashy bastards are making it such a serious place, and the latest in the film festivals coming out, it's the story of a Palestinian boy grown into a man. And I haven't seen it yet, because I'm not ready to cry that hard. But, yeah, y'all, it's basically extreme. It's comedy. But it's a comedy you're going to probably feel a little bit bad at laughing at. For example, the comedy starts off with the boy's father being dragged away by the IDF, then standing him in a field of olive trees, an olive grove, and basically, okay, we've gotten the information we need out of you, count to 10 and now you die. And the man goes, fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. and they bash his head with the back of the gun because they didn't shoot him. They just beat the shit out of him and then threw his lifeless body down the ravine. The main point of the movie, which is something I feel is very, like, a muting effect, is as people, we want to extend our time laterally as far as we can, get as many years as we can. But once, as sometimes unfortunately we don't get that option, we then try to take our time laterally. And not to ruin any other parts of the movie, but towards the end/beginning of the movie, it's a film festival movie. Of course, it's shot all fucky and neat. But towards the beginning end of the movie, you see the boy all grown up now after his father had been killed in such a way, going out to get his mail. And in the road is an Israeli tank. As the boy walks out of his house, a very nice upper-end looking house, the tank very loudly to keep its barrel aimed at him. He goes across the street, gets his mail, looks at the mail as the tank stares at him, so to speak, barrel on him. Then he walks back over to his door. As he's walking back towards the gate to his house, he hears his phone ring. So he pulls his phone out, answers it, and the whole time this tank is just steadily keeping its barrel on him. And being a tank, it's as he just paces back and forth on the phone, talking to somebody, laughing and all that, while this weapon of mass death and destruction points its barrel dead at his head for the crime of being a Palestinian. It's a good movie, it's a very telling movie, but the big overall takeaway that I feel from it is, yeah, y'all, even when they've got their boot on your neck, it's still your neck. Spit on the boot, make a funny face at them. Do whatever you can to regain your independence, your individuality in that moment. Because when they've got the gun to the back of your head, when they've got the boot on your neck, there's nothing you can do to capitulate to them. There's no, I'm sorry, that's going to effectively make them stop. There's no, what can I do, why are you so angry, that's going to make them care. They stop seeing you as a human hours before they decided to put the boot on your neck. So don't give them the satisfaction of begging. Spit in their face. Because remember, this is the same country that did away with gay rights and protections. And you want to know who Trevor was of the Trevor Project? And I hope I'm getting this story correct here. Because there are so many martyrs, I sometimes get their stories crossed. Forgive me. There's been a lot of deaths. But this boy, this young man named Trevor, who wanted nothing but to exist in this world, had the raw gall to dress in a way that was not sexually expected of a man. And some jackasses did something that when I was a child was perfectly socially acceptable. They went queer bashing or gay bashing. They found Trevor. They chained him to a fence with a pair of handcuffs or a bicycle lock. And they beat this man. They beat this boy until he was unrecognizable. The next day, his body was found. And you want to know how we know that he died crying? Because the only part of his face that was seeable was what had been cleaned away by his tears as he was left chained to that fence to die. The Trevor Project, folks. It's an organization made to save queer youth and to help kids. It's one of the organizations that your government, if you're an American, is formally addressing as a terrorist organization. The boot's on our neck, my friends. Do not capitulate to the enemy. I'm not saying fight, as I cannot say fight. But what I am saying is, don't go gently, friends. Organize. Keep track of your loved ones. Smile where you can smile. Because much like When Paris is Burning, a documentary I highly suggest all of you watch, but much like When Paris is Burning, we party tonight because we may be burying our friends tomorrow. But we live because, God damn it, they can't take that from us. My friends, live today. Party today. Love like you've never loved. Because as fascism gets worse, these problems will only get worse and scarier. Again, I am not saying to fight it, because as we currently stand, the disorganization, the lack of scheduling, the lack of abilities, no, all you'll do by fighting it right now is put yourself at risk. Don't fight it right now. Organize right now. Find your friends, know your friends. And much like the great singer of our time, Kirby, has said, be careful. Because some of them might not be, you know, on your side. Are they on our side or is they faking? Are they for themselves or for the nation? Are they a prophet or are they for profit? Go check out Kirby, friends, and like I said, watch your backs, be safe, stay secure out there. Hopefully when we get back we'll figure out how to make this goddamn copper golem, eh? For now we'll just get some chests made and we'll get some stuff going for that. And like I said, friends, I don't mean to be dramatic, I don't mean to ruin your day. It is a bit of the wind-up, so I meant to get your attention for things. But don't be scared, friends. Be brave. Because we've reached a point now where, what can they take? They can take your freedom, they can take your life. But once they do that, what do you have to do but to fight? Be safe, be secure, you know?
This guy found the real solution, and it's brilliant in its simplicity. Buy half the house they tell you that you can afford. He's living on a Caribbean island because he didn't fall for the biggest house possible trap. While his peers were
And see, this is where I feel like this is reaching, because dude's like, oh, he bought a house at half its value, and now he's living on a Caribbean island. I smell bullshit, friends, I smell bullshit. Because yes, there are islands for sale, and perhaps you can afford one, because there are some that are unbelievably affordable. Like, you got $10,000? You want an island? You can have that dream, friend. Now, I will tell you or warn you that that island you're purchasing, possibly off the coast of Hawaii, is going to be a at-risk island due to global warming, which is not getting better, especially not under the current administration. That island has lost vertical mass out of the water. It has lost a great deal of that over the current years. So, like I was saying, you can buy an island for very cheap right now, but be careful, buyer beware. We have to remember, right now islands are sinking into the sea because ocean levels are rising at such a degree. Did not mean for that to rhyme. There we go. And that, of course, spells bad for me and my trade. Wood prices are currently going through the roof due to tariffs, and y'all, I ain't gonna lie, I do recover most of my wood to make rings and pendants and such from the side of the road and from where people trim their trees. I like gathering my wood in this way because each of my projects is a direct, like, I just take what the wood gives me, you know? Maybe it's a sword, maybe it's a toothpick, maybe it's a cute little skull design. But whatever the wood's willing to give me, I take. It's so much easier to buy a block of fucking pre-made cut wood out of the heart of a tree rather than getting a branch and working it. It's where I can crank out wooden coins, little toys, things like that with my Dremel. But I can't do that when the blocks cost 20 to 40 bucks a block. Because y'all, it's a wooden toy. How the hell can I charge somebody 40 bucks for a hunk of wood that I carved? Absolutely not. In order to keep my prices within what I consider reasonable for my artwork, dollars, pennies on the dollar, I have to recover most of my artwork supplies. It's why the rocks that I carve, you want to know where those come from, folks? The bottom of the river. As I walk home or bike, if I see a particularly, oh, that's a cool looking rock, I stick it in my pocket. I carry it home. You could ask my partner David. Several times I get home and he hears bang, 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 bang from the front porch, and it's up. Travis and his pocket rocks. The only thing that limits my Dremel time is the fact that I do care about my neighbors, and like today, I will not start Dremeling until 12 o'clock, maybe a little later, because like one of my neighbors is an at-home worker. Don't know how late he was up last night. The other neighbor I know works at a restaurant. I'm not sure if he's an enforcer or a cook or what, but you know, respect the people around you. We are a society. And for God's sakes, unless it's Mayor Joker from the Harley Quinn show, fuck all the Joker propaganda, y'all. It's stupid. The Joker is a wonderful character, don't get me wrong. No Joker hate here as a character, but if everyone's the Joker, no one can be the Joker. That's the best I can do, and that's about as long as I can hold that voice. That hurt a little. But yeah, y'all, don't get me wrong, Heath Ledger did a life-changing performance when he did the Joker. And I love Heath Ledger's Joker. I'll even take the hot take of, I don't mind the Jared Leto Joker. He's fine. I mean, let's be clear, I'd rather have, fuck's his name? I'd rather have Luke from Star Wars. I cannot remember his name to save my life right now. I'd rather have him as a Joker above all the rest of them. But I also understand why he bowed out, considering his favorite Batman, his Batman, is no longer with us. So I get him not reprising his Joker role. But y'all, the Joker's not a role model, for fuck's sake. I get it, and I'm not saying don't be a clown. Calling me a clown ain't gonna hurt my feelings, because, hey, clowns, jesters. Jesters are the only ones allowed to mock the king. Also, clowns are like the only ones sane in an insane world. But all that being said, y'all, the Joker's not a good character as far as, like, I would say Bane, outside of Ultimate Batman. Haven't read Ultimate Batman yet. But I would say Bane. Thank you, Hacha Guapo 40 and 5 other players for subscribing. Or for watching. We very much appreciate you. I don't know how PlayStation works, y'all. I'll be honest, I played it forever. I've been here since the old days. But I don't know how to social media market on this thing, you know? I'm just here for the lulz. But I do appreciate any of y'all coming out to listen to this stream of consciousness, this experiment, this whatever this is. As soon as I find a way to do it in such a way that doesn't feel like I'm exploiting the people around me, I do plan on doing man-on-the-street interviews. But y'all, I don't want to get shot in the neck and be an asshole out there, you know? I don't want to gotcha mine people. It's why I plan on getting a few masks, even if I make the masks myself. That way, if I do end up gotcha mining, for lack of a better word, you don't see the people I'm gotching. Because again, it's not what that's about. When I do the street interviews, when I finally start posting them as video posting, my goal's to help people, you know? Let's reach a common ground together. None of us are monsters, we're all people. I want my goddamn golems. But we're all people, and we all need to treat each other as such, you know? We need to care about each other. And that's what this channel's mostly and always going to be about at the end of the day, is y'all build the community you want to see around you. And I'm assuming most of y'all don't want these assholes that we have in our current setup, you know? I think we would all much rather have a community where we get to pursue our dreams and get to enjoy life together. I think it's hilarious and sad that we called all of the military and all of the generals together just to basically sound like the angry bitch of the group. You're all fat, you're all lazy, and I'm tired of looking at y'all. That's not the way you address your soldiers, son. Do I just have invisible golems? Because now those chests are opening. Oh god, the ghosts. I done upset the ancients. The ghosts have come for me, y'all. Alright. For the moment, we're about to fill our food gauge back up, fill our bellies, and then we're probably going to sign off for the day because the sun is up and I must go to the work of the day. I appreciate y'all watching. Stand by for, I've got food somewhere. Stand by for more shorts today. Hopefully a few coloring book pages to pop up. Also definitely some ceramics that'll later on become monument pieces. And possibly a few skulls. I haven't quite decided when I'm going to do the skull videos just because, you know, it's spooky season now, right? I get to do skull stuff now. I don't know, y'all. I'm still learning the whole being a host thing. But I do appreciate y'all coming out. And this is the time I'd like to point out all of this, we did it together, friends. This is because of you and me. All of it. Originally, this was an entire just mountain. We carved it out together, friends. And eventually you can catch that in the watch list. For now, there is a playlist of all my Minecraft playthroughs, but I haven't completely put all these in there yet. Either way, I appreciate y'all coming out. I thank y'all for watching, whoever watched, and I thank the 11 chats we had in the chat. This is the copper armor. That's my beard. I'm trying to grow one of those IRL now. Y'all be good. Bye for now, y'all. Bye.